What up, ladies and gents? It's your boy MikeOfAllTrades coming to you this morning with a video for a product review on a 4K 60 frame per second capture card. If you like to see, make sure you hit the like button. I'm saying subscribe to the channel if you're not, and let's get into it. So, I was approached by a company called Koopman. They make other devices. I've reviewed some of their stuff on the channel already, and they're like, "Yo, hey, you want to check out this capture card?" And I'm like, I do make the finest of content. You know what I mean? I do record. So I said, yeah, I'll take it on, check it out, et cetera, see what's going on. And before anybody's like, oh, well, MikeOfAllTrades, you don't know anything about capture cards. That's 4K and putting out. But, I do stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/MikeOfAllTradesYT. And yeah, my streams are usually 1080p, but I'm compressing a 4K 60 signal because, as you can see, I have an HD 60 Plus, and I have a 4K Pro Mark II. So yeah, when you see my pretty streams, yeah, it's me compressing down the signal to give you the best quality picture. So I figured today, we'll give it a look. We'll open it up. I'll give you guys my impressions. You'll see some gameplay, and we'll wrap up the video. So, like with all Koopman products, comes in this nice eco-friendly recyclable box. You know what I mean? And let's see. You guys the first look, because that's what we do around here. If I can get the tab, and something just fell out. Oh, it looks really small. What the French? Okay, so what fell out was the insert. Okay, so before we get to that, also there's some cables in there. USB, looks like male to male, or female, but whatever, same thing. Two of the same ends. And then you've got USB Type C. It takes USB Type C. Okay, cool. That's dope. But let's look at the card. Yo, this thing it's tiny. Literally, it's small. Like, look at that. Like, legit, it's hella small. For comparison size, this is my HD60S, not my Plus, because my Plus is hooked up to my PC, and this is their 4K card. I mean, yeah, like it's small. Like, you could put this thing under that thing, and it's tiny. Like, it doesn't have like a really big footprint either. You know what I mean? So there seems to be a USB 3.0 port, a microphone port. There's a headset port, input and output on this thing. You know what I mean? It feels really solid. Like, I'm shaking it, like this, like that's solid. This also feels really solid. I mean, it's metal. It has metal edges and whatnot. It's cool. But on the pack on here it says 4K 60 HDR. So it has HDR too, HDCP 2.2 and EDID. I mean, so this was about $60, so it's not the most expensive card in the world, but some things come for great prices. So we're gonna record some gameplay. We're gonna check this thing out. I'm gonna leave it all in, let you guys see the full experience and everything else. And yeah, we'll get right to it. So it's hooked up to my it's hooked up to my mother trucking device right now, and it's not showing. So currently it's hooked up to my PS5. You know what I mean? So it's not showing my PS5. Now watch this, right? But I'm plugging it out of there, and I'm going to plug this back to my splitter to show that it's working. Because you can see, there's my PS5. Ready to go. You know what I mean? So that's in my Elgato right now. When I black out the Elgato, it's nothing there. Quiet, Alpha Gaming. So I'm gonna pull it out of the switcher, and I'm gonna put it directly back into the capture card. I just wanted to show that it's working, right? So my video capture device is the top source and everything else, and I'm using OBS, by the way, and it's not showing. So the tutorial that I watched showed that you had to do it with Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I had to look up a tutorial to see if this thing would work. So we're gonna hook up my switch and let's see what happens. So check this out, right? So now my switch is showing up. It's showing on my switch, but now it's not showing on OBS. So, like I said, I'm gonna take you guys through this whole thing. So let's do that. And let's see if we can deactivate it. Let's activate it again. Nothing, but it's showing through. So I have a screen, I have a picture on my screen, but just not in OBS. You know what I mean? So the video said for me to, here, let me reselect. Let me just swap over. Let me reselect real quick. UHDMI H 3.0, right? So I'll try to configure video. I don't have options to anything video. So it said switch the resolution type to custom. It said switch it to 1920 by 1080. So that's not even 4K, but whatever. It said audio put, use custom audio, so we're gonna do that. And it said to select that. Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything, but it's on my screen. Here, you guys can hear it at least, you know. Yeah, so I can see it on my screen. It's just not showing up on OBS. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go watch another tutorial video and see if we can get it to show up on OBS now, because even when you freaking deactivate and refresh like you're supposed to, it's not. Well, let's find out. All right, you guys, so we're back. Yo, check this out, right? So you guys can see I don't have a face, right? You know what I mean? And the reason I don't have a face is because it's reading as a camera. See, there's my thing, whatever. My cam would usually be like freaking, you know what I mean? It would usually be right under my name. So it's reading as a camera, but it's picking up audio. So looks like it's picking up audio. It looks like it's picking up picture, but there's no webcam. So, you know what I mean? If you want to record, I guess, you know, this is cool. But yo, this ain't why we're here. Let's turn the switch off and let's see if we can actually get the PS5 to show up. 1 second. Okay, so now we're in my PS5, but this is a feed coming from the switcher that I usually use. And so, because it's come from the switcher, the colors look all washed out. Well, it's not because of color of the switcher. The switcher has nothing to do with it. Yeah, the colors look really washed out and everything else. Here, let me just go check my settings. Oh, and it's not showing up on my screen either. So let me switch over and let's see if I can plug the PS5 directly into here and let's see what happens. I just wanted to see what happened off my switcher, but let's see what happens. Okay, so I have this thing plugged into my now my PS5 is plugged directly into the card, right? So I can't do anything about the color range. You know what I mean? I literally haven't, and I can't even get it to go up to 4K. You know what I mean? It's literally locked in at 1080p. So we're gonna do this off the screen. Oh, and I still can't use my cam. So just so you guys can see, I'm gonna show you. What I'm saying, because like, yeah, literally this is the thing right here, right? So let's go to screen and video, and it's crazy because it's putting out at 4K resolution, right? Let's see what happens, right? So we put up there, and I'm on the card, so 2160, you know what I mean, and HDR is on, right? So it's going out, you know what I mean? But here, we'll put it back to automatic though, because yeah. But the screen, you know what I'm saying, why is it dimming? Like, don't dim, what are you doing? I just factory reset my PS5. But yeah, like, it looks really washed out. But you know, Here, let's load up one of these beautiful PS5 games. Let's load up Miles Morales. You know what I'm saying? So as you guys can see, it's washed out and everything else. Like it's wow. Here, I'm gonna turn down the game volume a little bit. You know what I mean? And I'm playing off the monitor right now, so just so we're clear. Look at it, like the colors are they're so muted. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why it's like that. You know, this is supposed to be a 4K capture card, and we can only do 1080p. And it's not OBS because, you know what I'm saying, like freaking, you know, you can do 4K. Look at Miles, like literally, you guys, literally, this is a PS5 and it looks like the PS4 version, right? So anyway, it looks like it's recording audio. Here, let's just, here, we'll mess around, you know what I mean? And before I switch back over to the Elgato, so you guys can really see what it looks like, right? So now granted, now remember, this is supposed to be 1080p 4K 1080p 60 or 4K 60, which it says 4K 60 and it's really only 4K 30. So that's the thing. So you guys can hear the thing shaking and whatever else, right? But let's do some tricks. Style on them, swag. Oh, we just killed Miles. Street pizza. I mean, but look at it. It's so washed out. Now, granted, like I said, this is the video capture device. This is the thing that they sent, right? So I'm going to now switch over to the tried and true boy. You know what I mean? My tried and true. We're going to switch over to my Elgato, and maybe we can get our cam back. Okay, now hold on a second. We're back. You guys can see it on here, right? You know what I mean? Everything else. Hold on. Let's get our mother trucking outputs back real fast. Sorry, I didn't even think about that. Hold on. And there we go. So we're back. Now this is the Elgato. I'm able to see on my screen. Look how much better the game looks now. You know what I mean? You know, and look, the colors pop and everything else. You know what I mean? Miles is out here doing his thing. We're moving at 60 frames, you know? Oh, look at that. But we just caught a body, you know what I mean? Swinging people off the roofs and everything, you know what I mean? Come on, big boy. Ugh. Hit him with some of that venom. Let's just finish these dudes off real fast. Go to sleep. Yeet! But there's still a guy left somewhere? Oh, him. Okay. Look at that. Like, the difference is night and day. It's clearly night and day. From what you guys saw to this, yeah, it's definitely night and day. But you know, so let's be real. It's not a 4K card. I mean, it says 4K, you know what I mean, but it's not a real 4K card. And you know what I mean? Like, you should be able to frick it if you're gonna advertise a 4K card. You know, it should be a 4K card. You know what I mean? But you know, for 1080p, you know, for 1080p 60 or whatever, you know, it worked fine. It did what it was supposed to. It got you a picture. However, the fact that I would have to lose my webcam to use this is pretty much only useful if you're doing like video calls or something, like we're doing this right here, and you had a 4K card or 4K camera and you want to be pretty on Zoom or something like that, you know what I mean? Then yeah, if you want to do something like that, then yeah, this is for you. You know what I mean? Like if you just really plan on using camera, because I literally had to make it a camera for me to use this. not a video capture. This had to be a camera. So I couldn't even use my Logitech. It wasn't until after I switched over, you know what I mean? Hold on. It wasn't until after I switched over and freaking, you know, and had gameplay and my camera. But because it decided that it needed to be, this needs to function as a camera, yeah, this doesn't work for me. Now, if you're a streamer or a content creator who only does gameplay, you know what I mean? Like, then yeah, maybe this is for you. Maybe. The alpha to alpha, the A to A freaking connection, I don't know how many of these cables I have, but if this thing dies out, yeah, that's bad. Also, I wasn't even using it that long, you know what I mean? Like, I had it plugged in for 30 minutes. I used it for the footage that you guys saw now, and this thing is hot. Like, so it could overheat. You know, I did do my research and I looked to see what other people were saying. I know Epoch Vox said his was overheating. You know what I mean? I know he took his apart to see if there was a heat sink in or whatever, dude, but his was overheating, so that's an issue too. But if you're only going to use this for camera use only, then yeah, pick it up. It's not bad. I mean, like, it's serviceable. I will say that it looked really good on the Switch. I give it that. On the Switch, it looks really good. You know what I mean? With Monster Hunter Rise booted up, it looks really good. The colors and everything else. But it's a 1080 console designed with 1080 footage. So it's gonna look good. But as you guys saw, with my HDR on, with my freaking 4K on, you know what I'm saying, and everything else, Miles Morales looked like it stepped out of a PlayStation 3. And that ain't it, Chief. I mean, you guys saw the difference night and day from this to the Elgato. You know what I mean? So, if you need something to, like, you know, do Zoom calls with, or if you know what I'm saying, you just want to record some gameplay from the Switch and you're a starting content creator or something, and you need something to get you out of the door, then yeah, I could give you this. I could be like, yeah, yo, spend $50. Go get this. I mean, you'll get what you need to out of it. You know, like, literally, and this is pretty much like for starting people who are making content. Literally, I mean beginning. I mean, like, yo, my son, you know what I'm saying, if my son needed a capture card, which he doesn't, because, you know, he's got me. But if he needed a capture card, he wanted to buy it off his own Steam and do everything off his own Steam, yeah, I'd probably tell him to maybe go get this, because he's not playing anything that's above 1080p. By the way, go sub to Drip Sounds on YouTube. That's a YouTube channel. He's got like 20K subs or whatever. But if you're streaming and you're doing this and you want to do something with it, if you're doing content creation, you want to do something with it, especially if you're planning on streaming Xbox Series S, Xbox Series X, Xbox One X, you know what I mean? PS4 Pro or PS5 games or regular PS4 games, don't buy this. Seriously, don't. You'd be better off freaking going and saving your money and, you know what I mean, like freaking buying a HD 60S Plus, or buying a Mark II if you have a slot on your PC board, or buying a Magewells are expensive, but a Blackmagic, or buying an AverMedia. I mean, because there's too many drawbacks. Alpha to alpha cable, freaking, you know what I'm saying? Yes, there's a headset and a freaking microphone port or whatever, dude, but you can't really control your audio through that. You know what I mean? If you want to do something bad enough, you invest in it. If you need to have this card around for emergencies or something like that, I can see it. So, it's good for Switch. And there was a reason why the tutorial I watched, because I literally had to watch a tutorial to figure out how to connect this thing. And the tutorial wasn't even a tutorial. It fed off my camera. And I was wondering why it wasn't showing up at first. And it's because you were seeing my beautiful face. So, you get what you pay for. And for $50, you get what you pay for. Meaning, if you don't pay a lot, don't expect a lot. If you go on with your expectations really low, then yeah, pick it up. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Side note, Side note, I hooked this up to the 4K splitter from Koopman, and it didn't read. It didn't work on my splitter at all, which is funny because the splitter is HDCP 2.2. This is HDCP 2.2 from the same company, and it didn't work. Just a random thought while I'm putting that out there. But anyway, that's the video. Like I said, if you got $50, you want to try it out, feel free. You know what I'm saying? Go check it out. But for those who are serious about content creation, like legit, like really serious about content creation, I can't recommend this. You guys saw it. The gameplay speaks for itself. I'm saying if you want to do camera stuff, cool. Feel free. Knock your socks off. But as far as like gaming and stuff, you're only getting 1080p 60 or 4K 30. And there are no options, because I'm recording this through OBS. There are no options in OBS to edit this even as a camera. You can't even adjust the colors. So, risk reward, I guess. But it does switch very well. I'll say that. It does switch very well. So there's your positive. There's your silver lining. Yeah, what do you guys think, man? Am I being too harsh? Am I literally being too harsh on this thing? Good. I'm supposed to. Because I'm going to give you an unbiased, 100% honest review. I don't care if I got something sent to me for review or not. I'm not going to lie to you and be like, yo, go put this over. I can't do it. Not at all. Anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel if you're not, as we make our way to 1K. Comment below, like, do you really think I'm being too harsh? Do you have one of these? Or are you picking one up? Like I stated before, if you need something to get in the door, just to get you started, I'm saying to record little montages or whatever, then pick it up. But other than that, I can't recommend it. Like, you know, like, I'm just saying, I would rather have gameplay that looks, you know what I'm saying, good, because people are watching gameplay. This ain't YouTube in 2012. They want to see the colors that are offered. And you want that right there on my screen. You want those colors to pop out, not something that looks like I put a filter on for Red Dead Redemption 2. Anyway, I'm MikeOfAllTrades. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, comment below. You know what I mean? Let's help as we make our way to 1K. And I'll catch you on the next one. Later.